Hi, and good morning, afternoon. I guess because it's noon here, morning, afternoon, whatever it is. But this is the weather forecast from May 30th and the couple days ahead. We're going to be talking about mostly severe weather, but we're also going to hint quickly at the tropics as well um, in this video. So, here to look at the current temperatures right now. This is as of 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Of course, off to the west, it's a little bit cooler at 11 a.m. Right now, we're already sitting in the 80s here in Florida at 11 o'clock. It's going to be quite a hot day today. New England is seeing 40s and 50s. Maybe the average temperature seems to be around 60. Of course, we factor in time zones and daylight and all that and heating. A lot of factors that go into that, but this is the current look at the temperatures. And dew points right now, of course, it's also very muggy as well, where it is hot, or warmer, I guess you could say. But for at least the eastern half of the country, dew points sit around 50 on average. Some spots will reach the lower 77 in Corpus Christi. Pretty high dew points there relative to 80-degree temperatures at 10:03 a.m. Gonna look at just the overall national radar. All showers and a couple thunderstorms in Kansas and Colorado and off the Atlantic coast as well, but mostly quiet for right now. But it is all rain. Maybe some snow I'm seeing in the Rocky Mountains, but again, it is mostly all rain. The current alerts right now, the current watches, warnings, advisories, excessive heat warnings, and heat advisories, heat warnings in California. They're expecting to be in the 100s, over the 100s in the valley. Red flag warnings to North Dakota, but mostly quiet. About 90% of the nation is quiet. No severe weather. Just mostly heat and fire problems in the west and north. We're going to talk quickly about this. This is what happened last night. By the way, for everyone who tuned in last night and who joined the channel, thanks to all who did tune in. We got up to about 80 to 82 views. I don't know the exact amount, but we got very high viewership last night, and I want to thank everyone for their support. It is overwhelming, the amount of support. I hope I see everyone again, not only in this video but future streams. Regardless of all the supports, the top photo has led to a little bit of confusion if this is a tornado, a large wedge tornado, or a wall cloud with a hail core embedded. Now, if you can see my cursor here, which apparently you can, there's a gray spot in the center of the picture here, which leads a lot of people to believe that this is not a tornado. It could just be a hail core. Reed seems to believe that it is a scud bomb. I can probably agree with that if there's enough evidence. I mean, it is a very noisy and dark picture. This is the problem with chasing at night, is you get these pictures that these SLCs, scary looking clouds, but may not be actual tornadoes that our instinct is telling us. But this could be either a large wedge tornado, which is, who knows what it is exactly, and or it is a hail core and a wall cloud with a tornado potentially embedded inside of it. Really, it's fairly confusing at night. Of course, the other two pictures here, the bottom left shows still a substantial wedge tornado, and then the right shows a multi-vortex tornado as well. So, still nonetheless, it was a very dangerous storm no matter how we view this. In fact, I actually noted this one or two times on the stream. It's like, that doesn't all look like a tornado. I'm noticing that gray area there doesn't look reminiscent of a tornado, a full tornado like these two pictures do. You know, we usually see just flat black rather than gray. But again, this is a struggle that we have at night trying to chase these things. So Anyways, this is today. We had the slight risk, of course, in eastern New Mexico and West Texas. Thunderstorms are also possible. Let's talk quickly about the tropics. As far as the Atlantic, no tropical cyclones are expected within the next 48 hours or 5 days. The eastern Pacific, however, is a different story. The yellow area here with the yellow X, this is a 10 and 10. What that means is we have a 10% chance of formation within 2 days or a 10% chance of formation within 5 days. The one to the east of it, this red area and the red X, this larger area is an 80 and a 90. So we have an 80% chance of formation within the next 2 days, and also a 90% chance of formation within the next 5 days. I just want to point this out here. This is 3 days out. We could have a couple of tropical waves that built, but there is a massive high pressure that's sitting over the Atlantic right now. So as far as cyclone development and or movement onto the U.S. coast and just the U.S. is very unlikely within the next week or so because of that large high pressure. But here's today. We have a slight risk of severe storms for eastern New Mexico and the western Texas panhandle. Also, marginal risk surrounds that almost all the way up to Denver. We also note that there are 2 other areas as well of a marginal risk. There is a marginal risk in the northern half of Minnesota, and also a marginal risk for the southern and eastern half of Florida. This is of course where I'm from, so I put this graphic up here. And this is just the statewide graphic for the risks. So we have a thunderstorm risk that goes up almost towards Gainesville, and such. And then a marginal risk goes as far west as I-75, north of Punta Gorda, and then it goes as north as Sanford and parts of Lake County as well. But here are the tornado probabilities. 5% tornado. They're in eastern New Mexico. Then we have a 15% chance of winds for that slight risk area, and of course 5% for both marginal risks. As far as the severe threat is concerned here in Florida, we have sea breeze storms this time of year. It's most common during the true summer months, but we do get sea breezes at this time if there is enough energy. We always get sea breezes if it's warm, but to get thunderstorms is something a little bit different. Not all sea breezes do create thunderstorms, and the sea breezes you'll either feel wind, strong gust of wind, and or you'll feel a slight temperature drop, but you may not have any thunderstorms. But today there is a likelihood of thunderstorms, and also the probability of severe thunderstorms as well. Mostly for wind, but also we could experience some hail in this as well. We do note that there is also a 15% chance of hail in that area in the southwest as well. So just something to watch. Things are marginal here in Florida, but there could be a wind warned severe. Flash flooding for today. Slight risk for parts of the Texas Panhandle, western Oklahoma, and southwestern Kansas. Marginal risk expands out from that area. And then here is tomorrow. Stationary fronts. Well, the low pressure system sits near Boston, but there's a stationary front from basically the western coast of Florida all the way up to the low pressure system in the Texas Panhandle. This is the same system that produced the severe weather last night, and will continue to produce the severe weather today and tomorrow. I can't speak. I'm speaking way too fast. I apologize. And then here is tomorrow. We have an enhanced risk of severe storms. Now, we're going to go for the high-resolution modeling in this as well. Try to figure out what exactly is going on, because when I was making this video, putting all the slides together, there's a little bit of interesting things I've noticed. Also, marginal risk up in Wisconsin as well. 5% tornado probability tomorrow. 15% significant hatched area of wind, and then 30% hatched, and also 15% hatched for hail. So it's a hail-driven risk tomorrow. Slight risk of flash flooding for north central Texas. And then here is day 3. So stationary front with the low pressure sitting off the South Carolina coast as well. That low pressure system moves off and eventually will carry all the severe weather with it. But as far as day 3, there's a marginal risk with a 5% chance of severe weather within 25 miles of a given point. Let's look at the overall aspect of the systems here over the next 5 days. So, if I can go back, this is today. This is this afternoon, and mostly quiet. Maybe some storms there in the Texas Panhandle, and that low pressure system off the Atlantic will move to the east, and storms will build not only over that slight risk area today, but also in western Oklahoma. Those storms will move to the east as well. Also, some storms will fire up, or may fire up. We'll see in that enhanced risk area. This is for tomorrow. And then we're going a little bit farther. Maybe some snow for the Rockies. Maybe some final snow. Such. They're going to have a 2-month break from snow in the Rockies, and then right back again. Some thunderstorms maybe in New Mexico as well. Of course, the sea breezes will occur here in Florida. And then the thunderstorms will carry off. This is Tuesday morning in Oklahoma. And then Wednesday, threats will remain marginal, and then the system will carry it off. Looks like it could be a quiet appearance for the second half of the week, we're hoping. And then we'll go on from there. We'll kind of watch any type of risks for the second half of the week as well. So, we're just kind of looking over the surface-based Cape. This is for tomorrow evening. And of course, it's GFS, so it's lower resolution, but at least gives us an overall idea. This is going out a couple days, and some possible instability over parts of Texas. The NAM, however, will also look at tomorrow as well. A little bit higher Cape values off the NAM, but this is pretty typical for the NAM. But the NAM seems to disagree with higher Cape values over northeast Texas. Let's look at the high-resolution modeling now. This is Cape for today. Surface-based Cape, convective available potential energy. And we do have Cape between 2,000, maybe some pockets reaching 3,000, but modest Cape, enough to produce severe storms. At least had the potential energy for severe thunderstorms. Also, Cape values are high on the eastern coast of Florida as well today. And then it will die down. And tomorrow, Cape returns much higher Cape values. Also tomorrow, more widespread. So there could be a smaller pressure system. Interesting. Maybe something to watch. Non-tropical, but just a little something to watch as far as a little bit of spin in the atmosphere. At the surface. Maybe up in the upper levels, but something to watch there. And then we have a cap that builds in place for tomorrow. Still enough Cape to at least have a chance of severe development and such. We'll look at the NAM as far as the reflectivity. The radar's not going to look exactly like this, but at least gives us an idea of the potential. And then here is the current look. This is tonight. Some supercells isolated within the MCS band are possible. tonight. Oop, I just repeated myself. That's bad. Could see some hail involved with those, maybe some wind, and then this is likely to involve a MCS with strong winds, maybe some cells that will produce large hail, but most likely a wind event. The NAM is not showing a whole lot here in terms of the severe cellular type events here. So it looks like today will most likely be just wind, maybe some hail within the embedded supercells that could form. And this is going out towards tomorrow evening. The NAM's not showing much within that enhanced risk area. Maybe a couple cells, though tomorrow is mainly for hail, but the NAM is not doing a very good job of showing any type of cellular development. Of course, I'm not showing every single hour because we don't have time for that, but I did look through every hour and it's not showing much. The HER, however, does in fact show more cells that do form along the boundary here, the stationary boundary. Some cells in the panhandle, also some cells down here in far western Texas, southwestern Texas as well. And the HER does show a little bit better of an idea of a MCS line producing strong winds and a couple of embedded supercells that do produce, or that could produce hail in that line as well. And then the HER does a bit better with showing supercells that will be mainly hail producers, but could have the potential of producing a brief spin-up tornado, maybe one long track, but we don't know that yet. It's still a little bit out there. I do believe that with the later runs with the 18Z on the HER and the NAM 3 kilometer, that we will see more development later on. But yeah, this model is definitely showing more indication of supercells producing large hail. And as it goes on through the late night and early morning hours, they cross through Mexico, and the threat diminishes. Surface-based CAPE off the high-res rapid refresh model, which is the model we're still looking at. Quite modest CAPEs for today. Values sit around 1,000 to 2,000, maybe some 2,500 CAPE pockets within that severe risk today. The NAM was a lot more aggressive with this. The HER is a little bit more modest. I do believe the HER could be doing a better job. But again, we're going to try to give the benefit of the doubt here. This is off the HER as well. This is tomorrow. Higher CAPE values. Of course, we could see a capping inversion build in most of Texas, which will limit storms in that area. At least strong storms. Low top storms may form within that area, but who knows. This is the day that we are expecting large hail, maybe some strong winds as well. As far as the CAPE values are concerned, 2,000 to 3,000, maybe up to 4,500 CAPE are possible within that area. Lapse rates as far as hail goes. Today, lapse rates sit around 6 to 7, maybe 7.5 within that risk area. And then here's tomorrow, maybe some pockets of 8 Celsius per kilogram. Or not kilogram, sorry. Celsius per kilometer. Here's the QPF, the rain, total accumulated rain for the next 24 hours. Heaviest totals are existing for parts of the Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Also, heavier rain totals for New England as well. Also, finally, some rain is possible here in Florida. We've had drought conditions here, nowhere near as bad as what it's been over in the Southwest, but we have had drought issues here as well. Next 5 days, of course, rain totals are heaviest, 4, maybe 5 inches in spots for parts of the Texas Panhandle, and also going up into New England. And also heavier rain totals return here in Florida as hopefully our rain chances return and the wet season begins, because we absolutely need the rain as well. That would be excellent. And here's the next few days. Severe weather look for parts of eastern New Mexico and western Texas, and that stationary front as well. Sea breezes will still likely form here in Florida regardless of that stationary front, but that front will keep the sea breezes from going any farther north than that boundary. But that is it for this video. I know I kind of had a little bit of mumbo jumbo going out, but hey, at least I got through it. So thanks for watching today. Hope you all enjoyed, and more videos coming soon on a severe threat today. Maybe a live stream today, and tomorrow. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. We'll discuss more about that as well later on. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all guys again in next video and or live stream. Make sure you are subscribed and turn on notifications so you get notified for our videos and live streams when we do upload and go live. So with that said, thanks for watching again, and have a great day, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.